And today is a very big day for Americans and everyone else around the world because it's the US elections. And I'm pretty sure everyone is wondering who will win the elections this year. And the official votes are not even out yet, unfortunately. But in Thailand today, Democrats and Republicans living here held watch parties this morning to monitor the election results and to root for their presidential candidates. A large group of Democrats in Thailand gathered together this morning for a breakfast party to watch the election results as they come in. Most of them were confident that Joe Biden will win the elections as he was leading in many of the polls, including the largest number of early voters in American history. The Democrats in Thailand hope that Biden will clean up the mess that President Trump created during the past 4 years of his presidency if Biden becomes the new president. They also hope that Joe Biden will control the spread of COVID-19, improve the healthcare system, and solve issues on climate change. At the same time, they also believe that President Donald Trump will cause more division in the country if he wins the election again.
I worry about the country itself. After 4 years of Donald Trump in office, he's managed to polarize people. He's really brought people into conflict with each other. And we have seen, the results, right? We've seen rioting in the streets and people breaking windows and, terrible competition, terrible fights going on. And I really worry that there will be 4 more years of that. And 4 more years of social media, of his Twitter feed sort of attacking people.
Just so many people are ready for change and for a president that's going to help people in climate change and healthcare, many issues that basically people have been not getting from the current president. The American people are going to overwhelmingly vote for Biden because the polls are up by 8-9% this year. 4 years ago, when Hillary lost, she was ahead by about 3 percentage points, and she won the popular vote by 2 percentage points. So Biden and Harris are so much further ahead in this election. So I feel very confident.
Meanwhile, the Republicans in Thailand also gathered this morning to watch the results as well. The atmosphere went from cheerful to stressful when Joe Biden was leading in the results. Many of the Republicans in Thailand still support President Trump and believe he will win his second term in office, although the U.S. went through many crises such as the COVID-19 pandemic and racial injustice. They also believe that Trump's policies will help revive businesses and the economy in general, but they also want to see more policies that are friendly with China.
Well, we're very optimistic. We're very optimistic. Donald Trump has the momentum. He's been winning. Polls have been going closer. Joe Biden's not a very good candidate. He's been hiding in his basement this whole campaign. Well, I'm a businessman, so I like low taxes and low regulation, but I believe in strong defense. I think we need to confront China peacefully, but we need to be strong to have peace. So that's what I believe.
I don't think this is a problem with the Chinese people. This is a real problem with the Chinese government because the government runs that country with a fist. There is no free business in China. Every business works for the government. Every person has to report to the government. It is a totally different society. The United States has never been to war, never killed a Chinese. We have never actually fought against each other. But our ideology is different, very different. And their government is quite dangerous when it comes to how they work with other countries. Nothing against the Chinese people. It's against their government system.
I would say they call this watch party, but everyone looks so stressful. Does it look like a party?
Quite stressful because they're rooting for their candidates to win. But when things don't go as they expected, the atmosphere went from cheerful to a bit stressful. But things can't really change because the vote counting is not really over yet.
And it's going to be morning in New York pretty soon. So I guess the electoral vote that both candidates collecting going to start moving again.